I went to school just to please my dad, developed some anger as aftermath. I fell off the course while you wait for a Porsche. I'm coming in late off a helipad. I ain't got that money, my nose always...
Yo, what is going on, guys? So the point of this video is to just kind of catch some people up with some new projects that I've been finding out about. And I figured I would just cover like 2 to 3 of them in this video and give my takes on them. So the first one is AdaZoo. AdaZoo kind of shocked me, honestly, because most people, like I went into their Discord, and most Discords are like really big. Like they have a lot of stuff on the left side, you know, they'll have like roadmap, they'll have their announcements, which they do have, but then they'll have like sneak peeks, which they don't have, and they'll have like, I don't know, just a bunch of other things going on. And there's kind of nothing here. It's very bare bones. There's not even like the emojis on the side here to make it kind of look nice. So I was like, okay, this is definitely a rug pull. That was my first thought. But then you know, I kept looking because I was like, a lot of people really like this, so you know, maybe there's more to it. So I kept looking, and I found a website. I don't remember where I found it, but I found a website, and I went to their website, and I was like, okay. And I went over to their sale, and I was looking through some stuff, and when you scroll down to the bottom, they have their team, and it's a team of 4 people, and they're all doxed with their LinkedIn or their Twitter or their own Discord, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I like this. There's a picture, there's a name, there's a description, and there's a LinkedIn page. I really like that. So the fact that their team is doxed, I no longer am leaning towards a rug pull. Sure, maybe some of this could be faked and it's the ultimate rug pull, right? But I'm not thinking so. So now I'm taking it seriously and I want to dive into it. So okay, what do they have? Let's go to their facts page. It's called AdaZoo. So basically though, is you go around, because it's gonna take forever for me to just click on all these and go through them one by one, but essentially there's these things called Lacey or Lassie, I'm not sure what to call it, and those are the tokens / like zoo animals, and you can kind of think of it like Pokemon. You catch these animals, or in this case you mint the first ones, and there's going to be only 5,000 Genesis 1 of these tokens. And how much are they a piece, actually? I believe they're 50. I'll have to cut to that later and find that out. But yeah, they're kind of like Pokemon. You get your initial 1, and then that 1 Genesis 1 token allows you to play the game. So then once you play the game, you can battle with these other ones that you find. And the other ones that you find, if you defeat them, they offer you the chance to accept them or capture them, which then prompts a on-screen action, which is like similar to buying something with Nami. You have to type in your Nami password, and then the transaction will go through. And once the transaction has finally gone through, then you should have this other Lacey token in your wallet. So now you have that one as well. And by battling, you get a randomized amount of experience. It's definitely going to be similar to Pokemon. Like, I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but like if you defeat a level 5, you know, you would get more experience than if you defeated a level 4, right? So that's how it's going to work. You're going to be able to level up your guys. They're going to get a little stronger, and you know, you're going to build a game just like that. So it's very interesting, and they say that they want to develop this game and have it working, you know, very close to the mint date, because they're sick of people making a mint and then being like, okay, we're going to use all the proceeds from this mint to now make the game. They rather already put in some money into their game and make it very close to usable during mint. So you don't have to wait too long after you buy these to actually jump right into the game. And I thought that that was a really good idea, because that was kind of what Cornucopias was trying to do as well, even though Cornucopias is still very far away. But I really respected that approach. And that's basically the Cardano approach in a nutshell. You know, really develop, take your time, make something good, and then deploy it. So I respect that. A few more things to note about AdaZoo. There's going to be a land sale as well. And let's say you buy a piece of land and you want to make some money off of it. Well, you could trick your friend over, like, hey man, why don't you come over for a nice cup of tea? And he comes over for a nice cup of tea, and while he's on his way there, a Lacey comes up and it smacks him in the face, and now he's got to battle it or run away. Well, your friend's a baller, so he's like, I'm going to battle it. So he battles it and he beats it, and then he's like, yeah, I actually haven't seen this one. Maybe it's an albino one, which I found out an albino one is actually really rare. And he's like, yeah, I want to mint it. So let's say it costs 5 ADA to mint it after he buys it, something like that. Well, it's on your piece of land. So maybe you get 2% or 2 ADA or something like that. It doesn't say exactly how much you're going to make, but you're going to get a percentage of that mint cost. So just by people being on your land and playing on your land, you're going to make passive income. So that's pretty cool. Last thing to note is there's going to be 5,000 of their Genesis Lassies or Lacies being minted on March 4th. That's tomorrow, for 50 ADA a piece. So if you would like one, go check them out. All right, guys. So the next one is Piggy Bank Dao. I keep wanting to say piggyback, but Piggy Bank Dao is going to have their drop on the 8th of March, 5 p.m. UTC, and it's going to be their phase 1, which is going to be 5,000 for 50 ADA. Now, 5,000 for 50 ADA when there's only 1.6k members, I don't know if the mint is going to do well. And I wanted to take just a small moment to say, when I talk about projects I'm passing on, I'm only talking about passing on the mint. I talked about passing on Filthy Rich Horses, and I did, but then their floor price went to like 35 ADA to 50 ADA, and I scooped up 3 of them. All right, just being transparent with you guys. Just because I say I'm passing on a project doesn't mean I hate it, and it doesn't mean I won't buy it off the floor. Moving on. So 50 ADA, 5,000 of these. It doesn't look like the mint is going to do too great at the moment. I do like their artwork. I think this pig right here looks really cool. The lighting from the little lamp and the hills in the background. We can actually go over to sneak peeks and check out a few more. So these look really cool. I mean, there's only 2. Oh, okay. There's a bit more. Never mind. Okay, these look really cool. Honestly, I really do like these. But this is a DAO. And in my opinion, the art really doesn't matter for a DAO. So I'm not like looking at this as like a good sign or a bad sign. It's neither. All right, so over on their roadmap, they talk about how they're different from other DAOs because they say that DAOs are, the ones that already exist, are run by 1 or more people, which means it's a centralized organization, not a decentralized organization. So what their approach is to have a dashboard, which will have 1 authorizer. So basically, the people will have a vote, and then the authorizer will click authorize this vote, and it'll happen. Which to me honestly sounds like the same exact thing. It's run by 1 person, because if the authorizer decides not to do it, then it's, then it doesn't happen. So it's still run by 1 person. I don't understand how that could fix it. And if you want to argue the case that the other people, like, well, if they do that, then people will leave. Well, the same case goes for the other decentralized autonomous organizations as well. Even if it is run by 40 people, if 1,000 people vote A and 40 people say, nah, we're actually going to do B, then those 1,000 people will be like, screw this, and they're going to leave, which nobody wants. So they're always going to go with what the people choose anyways, because if they don't, then they're going back on their word, and it's going to make the whole project fail. So I don't think this approach really makes a difference, just in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to tell me in the comments about how exactly I'm wrong. I'm just 1 person. Don't take my opinion as like, oh, he said something bad, the project's going to do horrible now. Like, I'm just 1 guy. There's plenty of influencers out there that love this project. Trust me, I've watched them. All right. I'm not hating on it. This is just 1 argument. Anyways, Q1, they say they're going to promote their Discord. They're going to do phase 1 minting, which we've already talked about. And then they're going to show these shares of the piggy bank and what your cut kind of is. The Discord roles will verify for the first votes, and they're going to set up their first investment vote. So this is actually what I wanted to talk about. Think about it like this. What if, rather, Rats DAO was one of the first, if not the first, to make a decision and buy some of the blue chips, right? And then you have this project come along, and let's say they want to buy a lot of the same things because they're blue chips and safe DAOs, and because I kind of see this as like an S&P 500, you will want to invest in these safest things to net you a return long term on your investment. So you're going to want to buy the Space Buds. You're going to want to buy the Dead Pixels and the Claymates. You're going to want to buy all of these things. Well, Rats DAO already bought them. So now if this DAO comes along and it buys the same things, it's really helping Rats DAO exponentially more than it's helping itself. And yeah, you're also going to make the floor price go up as you buy more, which is helping Clays as well. So how my approach is to trading in general, because I have a stocks portfolio, is I would buy Apple instead of buying the S&P 500, right? So in my opinion, I would buy Clays instead of buying Rats DAO or this DAO, because they're going to help that, right? So even if you do buy this, then what? You're going to need to wait for maybe another DAO to come to then boost this one. And really, if you just own Rats DAO, then Rats DAO is going to get the biggest bump because this is going to be a bunch of money helping all of their investments. So I think this is very interesting, and we're going to have to see how things play out. All right, so the next one I'm going to cover is NeftyDraft. And I wanted to show just a little bit of this sneak peek that they have. and it's more like a trailer. I don't know if these are going to be the actual graphics in the game. I don't know if it's going to like slow down like that, you know what I'm saying? These are the the actual graphics, but I just don't know exactly how it's going to play. Like, I don't know if it's going to actually show that guy beating him up, or like if you're actually going to do a flip. Like, I don't know how the actual gameplay is actually going to look, but these are these football players. It's American football, if you've ever understood that. You know, basically you throw the ball or you run the ball each play, and you try to get to the other end zone to get a touchdown, and that's how you score. But it's gonna be play to earn, and they also have their there's like another version of it. There's like a fantasy draft, and then there's their 3D version. And the 3D version is gonna be just what I showed you, the 3D playing and gambling and betting against, I guess, the teams and trying to win, play to earn that way. But there's also a stadium where you can go and you can train and you can make your characters / players like faster or more agile or throw harder for the quarterback, stuff like that. So yeah, guys, if you're interested in this, they're going to have their sale on March 4th. That is tomorrow at 5 p.m. UTC. There's only 400 available for the pre-sale, and the mint is going to be 100 ADA. I think 100 ADA is definitely high, but we're starting to see that more and more, so maybe we should just get used to it. ADA is only $1 roughly, so it's not too bad of a price right now, but eventually I do think we're going to start to see ADA go higher and higher, and 100 ADA is going to become $200 to $300. That's going to be very expensive, but right now it's still pretty fair price. It's not too bad. But yeah, there's eventually, I'm assuming, going to be way more than just 400 available, especially since there's a demand already of way higher than 400. So if you do get these pretty early, they'll probably be flippable. It might be a good shot, a good chance to try to get one of these since the supply is so low. And if you're a really big sports fan, especially if you love American football and you want to be, you know, into play to earn football on Cardano, then this might be the project for you. So anyways, guys, this has been Atlanick. If any of my content has helped you, please give me a like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. And remember to get outside, to see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.